Back to my channel. Today I have a new video for you. Focus. Can we focus? Okay, and it's not a life update, but it's basically kind of an update, but it's more so on my college life and my college experience. I've been wanting to do this video for so long, and I finally attempted it yesterday. And can you say epic fail? Like, I was gonna do it in a chit chat, get ready with me. So first of all, I redid my brows like 3 times. My eyeshadow was ugly. Like, I was just so over. I got like so frustrated and discouraged, so I just threw the whole footage away. So I just decided it's best that I just do my makeup by itself and then just do the videos like a talk through or talk video, whatever. So if you're interested in hearing about my college journey and experience, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to high school, not my high school journey or experience, just the end of my senior year. So I graduated 2014, so not too long ago. And so I was super undecided about where I wanted to go to school. I wanted to go out of state. Like, I wanted to go to Georgia State University. I just wanted to be in Atlanta, but I just thought about it like how unrealistic that was for me at the time. I was like, I'm so shy. I'm like a homebody. I would have got homesick. I didn't really have the money to go out of state anyway, so I was like, okay, let's be realistic. Start off in at least your home state, which is Michigan. So I didn't decide what college I was going to until May of that year, and I graduated in June, so it was like a rush decision. I only toured one college, and that was the one that I went to. So me and my parents toured the college or whatever. It was okay. I'm not one of those ones that was like, okay, this is it. This is the college that I'm going to go to. I was just like, okay, so they're offering me the most money. I have family in this town. I'm gonna go here. But one thing I did not like is the small dorm rooms. The dorm rooms are smaller than my actual room now here back at home. And like, it was 2 beds in one room. And my sister, she graduated 2011. She went to Wayne State for a little bit, and they had like a suite style room, but they all each had their own room. So that's how I thought it was gonna be. I thought I had that option, but I did not. So unfortunately I had to share rooms. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm a very private person. I'm an introvert. I don't like noise. I'm like, what if I get a crazy roommate? What if she's nasty or dirty? Like, all these things is running through my mind. Like, what if she's a thief? I have valuable things. So I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I could do this. Just do it for your education. Just get through this year. Your sophomore year, you can probably get an apartment or have your own room or whatever. And like, the thing was, like, I didn't know anybody that was going to Eastern, so it's not like I had like friends or even associates that I can like room with. So I was just going into this like not knowing anything or anybody. And so the reason why I went to Eastern, another reason why, is because the university here does not have my major. My mom's like, just go here, change your major. I'm like, no, I'm not changing my major just to stay in this small boring town. And a few people is telling me they don't have journalism, but you can major in English and basically get a job in any type of field. But I'm like, I really want that focus to be on journalism. I need journalism classes, you know. And I didn't want to be writing 20-page papers, because an English major, I can only imagine how tough that is. Like, I love writing, but not that much. And I wrote some things down, so if y'all see me looking down, it's because I don't want to forget anything. So like I said, I have family in Ipsy. My great aunt, she lives down there, and I have some other cousins and stuff, but she would like come get me and take me grocery shopping and stuff and take me around. And I needed that because I was like so bored and miserable in that dorm room. Like, and over the summer before college, my roommate and suite mates, we all found each other on social media. We exchanged numbers. We did like a group chat. We said who was gonna bring what and getting to know each other and stuff. So when we got there, it was way different. Like, they all 3 like just clicked. And you know, they would go out and stuff like that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just not like a going out type of person. Like, I don't know, I'm just like very cautious about that type of stuff. Like I did not want to go out or party and be out drunk and stuff. Like that's not saying anything wrong with that. Anything is wrong with that. I'm just saying that's just not the type of person I am. I'd rather be at home or out with friends, like far as like dinner, movies and stuff. Like I'm just not a partying person. Like if y'all know me well enough, then you can tell like just by watching me on YouTube that I'm not that, you know, party person or whatever. So yeah, they were all cool and stuff. I was just in my room all the time, and then it was just very difficult. I would get all sad and stuff because I would miss my family, and a lot of people thought that I was gonna come home from being homesick because my sister went home after a semester. So they was like, if she's coming home, we know you're coming home. You're way shyer than her. So I just did my best to prove everyone wrong, and I completed my whole freshman year there. But one thing is that I did come home a lot. Like the college was like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours from where I stay. And I made sure I didn't have any Friday classes so I could have a longer weekend. So my dad, because I wasn't driving at the time, or I didn't have my license or anything. So my dad would come get me like Thursday afternoon, and then drop me back off like Monday morning, because my Monday classes were like noon or either afternoon. So I was home almost every week, if not that every other week. So like it wasn't, you know, like too hard on me because I did enjoy going home, and that's where I did my laundry and stuff. And my roommate went home a lot too, so it's like, you know, we didn't really like click or bond, but we did get to know each other. You know, she was really cool and stuff, so there wasn't any problems with, you know, my first roommate. So like it was so many things going on campus, like so many organizations, and like I just like regret it now, like thinking about it, like why didn't I get out there and network and join some organizations? Like that would have made me want to stay even more. Like I should have got out there. And at the time, was I YouTubing then? I think it was, no, I don't think I was, no, I didn't start YouTube then. So it's like I should have been networking and vlogging. At least, you know, I wish I would have had my channel established then. I could have took advantage of the campus life. Sometimes I do miss it like a lot. So I didn't really go, well, I went to a few events on campus. Like I went to a few NAACP meetings, like little wild and out challenges, like the little fun things. Like I did go to a few things, but not everything. And mainly because I was just alone, like. But oh, I remember my first day of class, I think, or either my second day of class. I was going to my African literature class, and then after it was over, I was like just so lost. Like the campus was big to me at the time, and I just stopped this random girl. I was like, hey, can you show me where this building is? She was like, sure. She like walked me all the way to class. Like not only did she give me directions, she like walked me there. And so she was asking me questions. She was like, oh, where you from? I said Saginaw. She was like, I'm from Saginaw too. So like we had like a lot of mutual friends. So we became friends. So yeah, she's the reason why I got out more and start, you know, going to campus events. But I felt like that was just like God's plan. Like, what are the chances of me just stopping that one girl out of all those people walking around and her being from the same hometown that I was? Like, that is so crazy. So that year it went by like really, really fast. I did well in all my classes, I think, except for one, and that's because it was just so boring. But I kept mainly A's and B's. My first semester I took 12 credits. The second one I took 16 credits, and surprisingly it wasn't as tough as people thought it was. They're like, you're taking 6 classes? I'm like, yeah. So around the end of my freshman year is when I start like wearing makeup and stuff. I know this is probably like a little off topic, but it has to do with my channel. So I started wearing makeup, and I was just like ordering a bunch of stuff from like BH Cosmetics, Coastal Scents. I was just like ordering stuff. So by me like being bored all the time, I would stay in my room and I would practice makeup, watch makeup tutorials and everything. And I'm like, I should start a channel. And the first video I recorded was off my iPad, and I uploaded it to YouTube, but it's not on there anymore. It's just up there for a little bit. So, and I feel like it's is it private? I can't remember if I made it private or I just deleted it. I had to go and check. But my 2-year anniversary on YouTube is coming up. And let me tell y'all, in the video, I had on this same bonnet. Like, isn't that so funny? So yeah, like towards the end of my year, in the freshman year, I started getting more into YouTube. So when I came home for the summer, that's when I started recording more. I invested in the camera. This one that I use now, my Canon Rebel T5i. And I was just recording all summer, and I was like getting ready to go back to, well, let me pause right there. Let me add some more stuff in here. So the summer I came back, I got offered a job. It was my first job, surprisingly. And it was temporary, but I ended up staying there like the whole summer. And it was like the best job. I already knew the people. Like, I've been in a group that they, you know, was the host of, like the same organization and company or whatever, since I was a freshman in high school. So it was really nice finally working with them. So I enjoyed that. And unfortunately, I had to go back to school for my sophomore year. So I was, you know, ready to get that over with. And then like the first or second week until my sophomore year, I came home, took my road test, got my license, and then I took my truck that I had recently bought and I had took it to campus with me. So yeah, and so like driving down there, I like really hated it. Like the drivers are like so angry all the time. They drive fast all the time. They don't want you to get over. They beep their horn at you for no reason. And one day I just wanted to go to Walmart or something because I think I was sick, so I had to go get some medicine, and it was horrible. I was like, I'm never driving in this city again. I was just so frustrated because first of all, I was using my GPS. A lot of the roads were blocked off, being worked on, and a bunch of one-ways. I was just so frustrated because I was a new driver. Even though I did have my license, I wasn't that experienced. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not going anywhere anymore. So the second year, dorms were even smaller. And like I told you about the girl I had met that was from Saginaw, we were supposed to be roommates, but we both, like, we were neighbors, but we weren't like in the same suite. And we could have been roommates, but neither one of us had a roommate, I don't think. So by the time we decided, okay, let's be roommates, it was too late. They had already assigned someone. So yeah, like the second year was just like so horrible. Like, if you know me, then you know I did not finish my sophomore year there, sadly. Like, I was just second year, I was just like so miserable and unhappy. I was getting even more homesick. I was getting frustrated with the fact of having a roommate. Like, the fact that she had company all the time and different guys, like, that did not sit well with me. The suite mates, they weren't oh my gosh, I don't want to, you know, be talking about nobody, but it was just way worse than my first year. So I just couldn't take it anymore. Like, I was on Easter money. Oh, and back to my freshman year, in order for me to stay that second semester, I had to pay like a bunch of money. So thank God for my parents, they helped me pay that. And then the second year, it was like even way more money. Like my scholarship, I had issues with scholarships and stuff like that. I was like, this is just not worth it. I need to go home, recuperate and stuff like that. And like the dorms, my second year, it's like, how do I explain this? We didn't have a lock on our door, and then the lock to our suite door, like, you had to lock it from the outside. So when the girls, when they were leaving, most times they did not take the time to put their key in there and lock it behind them, which was so frustrating because I don't know, I just hated leaving my stuff because when I did not know this girl, I did not know her company, and it was just too much. Then I had my camera. I was like, no, this not gonna cut it. It's not, like, I just hated it. And like all my stuff was packed up. I couldn't really unpack or do, like, you know, my YouTube, because the room, when I tell you the rooms were so small, like, it was ridiculous. I'd rather have my first year dorm room than sophomore year. It was just horrible. So yeah, I would like wake up in the middle of the night. She'd be like, you know, have her dude over there, and like give me a heads up. Let me know so I can leave. I don't want to be like in the middle of that. It was just so uncomfortable, and I just hated it my sophomore year. I was like, I'm ready to go. I was getting frustrated. The financial aid wasn't right. The living situation wasn't right. I was like, if I go anywhere, like, I need my own apartment. Like, wherever I go from now on, I have to have my own apartment. No roommates, no dorm, nothing, okay? And I'm not a hard person to get along with. Like, I hope I'm not coming off as that. I just, I like my space. That's the type of person I am. I don't like all that extra stuff and extra people. So I was like, at this time, I'm just like debating, like, do I stay, finish this semester out, like just go to December and then leave? Because this was like the end of September, like the first month back at school. I was like, could I just wait? I was just getting so frustrated. And my brother was down in Ann Arbor at the time, but that did not, help me stay. Like, even though we would like hang out sometimes, like, I was like, no, it's not gonna cut it. I was just getting so frustrated. I'm like, I feel like I'm giving up. So I just called my parents, let them know about all the stuff that was going on, and they didn't like that either. Like, they didn't feel comfortable with me being, in that living situation. So they was like completely understandable, and they missed me anyway, so they wanted me to come home. So yeah, I'm glad like they were on my side about that. So I just called them, was like, I'm ready to go. Like, I had lost my student ID to where I get in the building. I don't know where that could have went. Like, my refrigerator was scratched up somehow. I'm like, So like, I just don't want anything else to happen. Like, I need to go. And then I was getting parking tickets. Like, I didn't know where to park. The whole parking stuff was just all just horrible and jacked up. So my daddy came, my dad, my brother, my sister, they all came and helped me pack my stuff. Well, I started packing the night before. Like, I did not tell the girls that I was leaving. They were just gonna figure it out because, yeah. So I just packed up everything, and then they came, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And then when my dad did come in the room, like, my roommate, she was there with the guy, like, just sitting on top of him. Like, you don't have no respect to like cover up or anything like that. Like, it was just like so uncomfortable, and like, my dad knew what I was talking about. So we just like went back home. Yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh. Like, and then it was too late for me to transfer to my community college here, because it was just like in the middle of the semester, and I didn't want to do that. I felt like it would have been weird just being like behind. So I just like worked. I think that was the like fall or like winter of 2015. Yeah, because it was, yeah. So I ended up getting a job at Macy's. It was a seasonal job. I hated it, long story short. So, and I really regretted like going back, because I just like wasted time for those like few weeks. Like, I could have been at the first job I had making money. Like, I could have still been there, but they found someone that was gonna work there, so they didn't really need me anymore, even though I do help like on occasion, but it still wasn't a permanent job. So like, I just like, wow, like, I'm going backwards in life. Like, I gave up. Like, I was just feeling like just so down, and that's when I started recording more and start getting more into YouTube and gaining subscribers and stuff like that. So I was like, maybe me coming home was a blessing, because if I had not, then my YouTube wouldn't been as successful as it is. Like, I wouldn't have worked as hard on it as I did, like with my blog and my channel and everything else. So I was like, yo, I got something out of coming home. So then winter of 2016 came, and I was able to enroll in my community college, even though it was a few weeks late again because financial aid. Y'all know, like, y'all can relate to these financial aid issues. I'm inserting this clip because I forgot to mention my struggle with transferring. I owed Eastern some money before I left, so they held on my transcript, so I couldn't use it for my other school, because you know how in order to take a class you have to have certain prerequisites, which I did have. but they just didn't have my official transcript, so they wouldn't allow me to take certain classes. So I was just struggling with that. So I finally, you know, paid Eastern off with the help of my parents, and I was finally able to get my transcript, because I was like, I am not taking classes that I do not need. I don't care, like nothing is gonna make me take some classes that I already took or don't need. So I finally paid them off, and then they released my transcript. So then that was like a huge help, and that allowed me to take more classes that I needed. So I was late, but I still, you know, got the semester completed. I think I got 2 B's because I only took 2 classes. So that was that. So like going like from a university back to my hometown to a community college, I felt like, well, I wasn't ashamed of it, but I did feel like I was going backwards, like, wow. And then so I went spring semester 2, and that was all right. Like one of my classes got canceled due to low enrollment, but I just did one of them. And then I think it was another semester that I had missed that I had to sit out on. Yeah, I don't know, it was just like so much. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be behind. Like I need to finish school. And like right now I'm like having this dilemma of like, do I graduate from the community college and get my associates, or should I just transfer? And then like I also don't know like when I'm gonna transfer, where I'm gonna transfer to, where I'm gonna get the money from to transfer, or you know. So I feel like, I don't know, I just have a lot to be working on. Like I didn't go this spring because I feel like I need to be working on scholarships. I need to be doing some research, touring colleges and figuring things out for the remainder of my college journey. So yeah, I just really have a lot to think about right now, and it's been like somewhat stressful, and it does feel weird not being in school this semester. Like even though I did have a few breaks that were not my fault, I'm just so used to always being in school, and it feels like I'm not doing enough, like not being in school. And right now I am working, so I just want to work, save up some money, travel, and just figure some things out right now. So I think that is it. That's all I wrote down. I think I covered everything. I hope I didn't miss anything. Oh, and I also have this like crazy story time. It's about how I think I found my roommate dead or whatever. So if y'all want to hear about that, it's so crazy, just let me know. I was not included in this, but I don't think I should, so just let me know if you want to hear about that. So it was crazy. So this is my little college journey video. Yeah, so if you're in college, I commend you. Keep on pushing. If you're not in college, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, don't feel like you have to be in college to be successful. College is not for everyone. So yeah, sorry if I keep looking over there, but it's just a habit, y'all know. So this is the end of my little video. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up, comment, and let me know if you want to see more videos like this, more life updates and experience type of videos. So thank you for watching.